What's going on, guys? I'm Nathan and welcome back to my channel. Real quick, if you're new here and you don't know what I do fishing technique videos, DIY projects, kayak mods, and gear and bait reviews. If you're into that kind of thing, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below of a video that you'd like me to make. Today's video, we're gonna start a video series on one of my favorite ways to fish. Stick around. All right, guys, so I've been thinking about doing this series for a long time. I put it out on my Instagram. I got some good feedback from it, so I'm gonna start a series on the Texas rig. Now, there's a couple things that I think are important. One is the history, right? The Texas rig has been around since the 1950s when the soft plastic lure was really invented. It's one of the first ways to fish with an artificial lure that was a soft plastic for bass. There's a couple of things that have changed since the original inception of the idea. I'll go over those as we get into the series, but today we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to talk about hooks, and we're going to talk about different baits to use with those hooks. Okay, so two type of hooks that I use when I Texas rig is just a offset worm hook, which is just a regular, just an offset worm hook, and then I use an EWG or extra wide gap hook. Okay, I'll put them up next to each other so you can see the difference. Hold them from the eyes. Can you guys see the difference in the... All right, so I'll start with just a regular offset, okay? I typically use this kind of hook when I'm fishing brush hogs, stick baits like this, Cinco. They work great with Cincos, okay? All right, to rig it up, you're gonna put it in. You're gonna start in the middle of the nose, top of the bait. Okay, you're gonna start in the center. You're gonna go straight in. Once you reach about the length of this, from the eye of the hook to the offset, or the lure keeper, lure stop, if you will, you're gonna bring it through the bottom of the worm, okay? In and out, just like that, okay? All right, so you're gonna push it down towards this offset, right? And as you do that, you're gonna spin it, just like that. Now, you're gonna line the hook up next to the bait. Okay, now wherever that is, wherever this portion of the hook is, you're gonna put your thumb. All right, you're gonna line it up. Now, you're gonna bend the lure. I'm gonna use my pointer finger so I can show you guys. You're gonna bend the lure and insert the hook in a 90-degree angle where your fingers are, okay? Once that's complete, you're done, all right? Now, a couple different options. If you're not fishing around brush or anything like that, as you're gonna get hung up on, you can leave the tip of the hook exposed, okay? If you are, then you need a Texpose, which all that is you pull the bait forward, you bring the hook down, and you push the bait back on the hook, and that keeps it from getting hung up as much, okay? Now, moving on to the extra wide gap. These hooks are best to use for baits that are wider, like creature baits. Okay, this bait is made by Havoc. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Berkeley Havoc bait, okay? So the reason is, if you fish an extra wide gap hook with a stick bait, by all means you can, and I have done it. But if you fish an extra wide gap hook with a stick bait, right, you've got a lot of hook that's left. You guys can see that, okay? The reason they made an extra wide gap hook is to fix the issue with hookup ratios when you fish wider baits like this, okay? And I'll show you why after we hook it up. All right, so you're gonna do the same thing. The width of the shank up here, okay? You're gonna go in, you're gonna come out, spin it. You put your thumb down, you're gonna bring the bait, you're gonna go in at 90 degrees, come out, you're gonna Texpose. Now, let's talk about why the extra wide gap hook was created, okay? So, if you fish a hook like this, just a regular offset, right? And a bass bites it, it's not gonna leave very much room for the hook, right? But an extra wide gap hook, look at all that room you have for hookup ratio. Outstanding, right? Okay, now there's a couple different ways you can fish a Texas rig. Okay, you can fish it weighted, you can fish it weightless. I'm not going to get into those techniques or ways to fish them right now. In the next video, we'll go over rod and reel setups and stuff like that and how I fish it. But just to give you guys some ideas, right? Weighted, I fish with like an 8-ounce weight. The heaviest I would go, if I'm not punching or anything like that, would probably be a 1/4 ounce. Okay, if I'm punching, I could go anywhere from a 1/2 ounce to a full ounce weight. There's all different kinds of ways to fish it as well. You could peg the weight. We'll go over that. I typically don't peg, and one of these videos I'm going to show you guys a hack that was part of the initial inception of the Texas rig but has since been forgotten. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Spread the word, guys. We're trying to build a community here. As I always say, let's make each other better, and you guys have a great day.